When the firm faces a recession, it will face two sides of impacts. The first one is the increasing of cost of goods sold. The BASF's cost of sales increased a lot because of the increase in gas price. However, their EBIT remains unchanged since they increased their price of product, which led to their increasing sales revenue. The two effects offset each other and result in the unchanged EBIT. However, the situation is unsustainable, for the increased price will decrease the demand for product. The sales revenue will also decrease in the end, which will cause reduce of earning. The second situation is decreasing rating. The BASF's rating decreasing to negative from stable just because of the high energy price, which means a tough operating environment. This will lead to a high financing cost. For example, SPACs will require high return on BASF's debt since the decreased rating means higher risk, which will cause the high financing cost to BASF.
So what should a company do when faced by a systematic recession? Well, BASF gave us some great examples. Firstly, it has slowed down its hiring and reduced marketing expenses, and has also increased emphasis on market budgeting. Especially, budgeting is a very important thing to do during a rise of cost of goods sold. And however, there are still some cons about BASF's action, because we believe that firstly, increasing sales price is not a long-term solution, and customers may not be willing to pay for such a high price of product. And secondly, we also believe that cutting jobs is the last way to overcome the recession, because cutting jobs will pose some concerns to the company by its stakeholders, and this will make the shareholders of the company to lose confidence on the company. So in order to cope with the situation, we believe that the company have many approaches, including cutting unprofitable divisions and explore new lines of businesses. For BASF, it can explore new lines of business such as clean energy, especially during a rise in traditional energy because of an uprising regional conflict. Now we have the insights.
I have been greatly inspired by this case. In the future of my life, I want to have a company of my own. As we know, there are ups and downs in all the industries. Solution made by BASF is ideal example for my company when it faces systematic recession. As marketing budgeting occupies significant proportion in business decision making, I would utilize it in my daily operation and emphasis is important, especially during the recession. Moreover, other methods of cost control on the operation level are also important. I would pay substantive attention on financial statement and historical accounting data, which provide the most precise and accurate condition of my company. With reference to the case of BASF, I will strive to cut costs in a way that includes less harm to my company.
Financing and liquidity also require attention, as higher industry rates indicates a higher cost of capital, which usually affects cash flow, thus pose doubts on the going concern. If an enterprise wants to solve the problem of financing difficulties and reduce the financing cost, it must first control its debt ratio and reduce the cost of capital. For a beneficial development trend, the debt ratio of the enterprise must be reduced to an appropriate amount to promote the healthy operation and positive future evolution. And in the face of recession, enterprises have to reduce operating costs as much as possible. And to make sure a sustainable development, they should go back to the three basic financial statements, as they are precise indicators of the company's operation. And adding or updating a new analysis tools to monitor current performances is also a necessary step to adapt in the global market impacted by the continuous pandemic and uprising regional conflicts. And that's for our presentation. Thank you.